Okay, so if you ever experienced that really painful disconnect where someone is constantly telling you, I love you, but in the everyday mechanics of life, you just constantly feel placed last? And then, when you get upset about it, they feel wronged, wondering why you can't just feel their love. Well, let's dive into this explainer because we're going to break down exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how to fix it.
There's this core idea that forms the entire foundation of what we're exploring today. Love might live in your heart, but the evidence of love is written in your choices. You see, a lot of us mistakenly believe that love is just this internal feeling. But the reality? The person you're with literally cannot read your mind. They can only read your actions.
Section 1. The evidence of love.
We really need to transition away from viewing love as just an emotion and start recognizing it as an active, daily practice. But before we get into the how, we have to clarify what putting your partner first actually means, because true priority is about cherishing someone, not owing them. It absolutely doesn't mean revolving your entire universe around them 24 hours a day. You're not becoming their personal butler, you're not giving up who you are, and you definitely shouldn't be constantly sacrificing your own well-being just to please them. It's far more intentional than that.
Section 2. What priority actually means.
So, what does priority look like in action? Well, when you have competing priorities, you consciously place their needs near the top. When your free time is super limited, you actively choose to spend it with them. And this next one is huge. When your energy is completely drained, they're still one of the first people you think about. Finally, when conflicts pop up, your instinct is to stand beside them, like gently defending them when your friends make a weird joke, rather than just leaving them there to feel alone.
Making someone feel uniquely important isn't achieved through one massive cinematic grand gesture. It's actually built through hundreds of small, seemingly mundane decisions. It's stopping by their favorite dessert shop when you're completely exhausted from working overtime. Or having 30 free minutes and choosing to actually call them and ask, how was your day, instead of just giving into the temptation of doom scrolling on your phone. These hundreds of little moments send one crystal clear message. You are my priority, you're not my backup plan.
Section 3. The myth of sacrifice.
Now you might be thinking, and it's perfectly natural to fear this, that if you put someone first, you're going to lose your friends, your social life, or even lose yourself. But we need to make a massive paradigm shift away from sacrifice, which, let's be honest, feels exhausting, breeds resentment, and feels like you're giving everything up, and move toward choosing. True priority is just changing the order of what matters. Maybe a weekend used to mean going out with friends every night, but now, curling up on the couch to watch an old movie with your partner feels just as meaningful. You still have a life. You've just peacefully reorganized what carries the greatest weight in your heart.
A lot of people hesitate to practice this because they're terrified of being taken for granted or ending up heartbroken. The source material actually challenges us with a really profound question. Are you afraid of getting hurt, or are you afraid of loving wholeheartedly? Think about it. If fear is always making you hold back, you're only ever offering partial love. And because of that, your partner might never get to experience the incredible security of feeling fully accepted.
Section 4. Priority versus possession.
There's this huge, toxic misunderstanding out there that putting someone first means constant monitoring. That is possession. It's rooted in fear. It demands immediate replies, forbids friendships, and makes a partner feel totally trapped. Priority, on the other hand, is 100% voluntary. It's rooted in trust, and it makes your partner feel treasured, not trapped. Priority is freely choosing to place someone in an important position, not being guilted or pressured into it.
Section 5. The mutual love cycle. Okay, so here is the crucial catch. This entire principle we've been discussing hinges on one massive, absolutely non-negotiable condition. It has to be mutual. If you are the only one doing the prioritizing while your partner consistently places you third, fourth, or even lower, this whole principle breaks down. That is not a healthy romantic relationship. That is emotional overgiving. If your partner treats your efforts as something they're just automatically entitled to, you aren't building security, you're just draining yourself dry.
For this to actually work, both people must first maintain a really strong sense of self. You don't lose your identity or your friends just because you're in love. You know you're a complete person on your own. And from that grounded place, you freely choose to prioritize your partner. When you do that genuinely out of love, it naturally inspires them to cherish you right back. That is exactly how healthy relationships create this continuous, beautiful, positive cycle.
So the big question is, how can you tell whether you're actually living by this principle, or if you've kind of slipped into emotional dependence or resentment?
We've got a quick 3-question litmus test you can use right now. Here's question 1. When I do something for my partner, do I do it willingly or with resentment? If you catch yourself constantly muttering, "I'm sacrificing all my freedom for you," that breeds resentment, which eventually turns right into emotional manipulation. It absolutely must be willing.
Question 2. If they literally never repaid me, would I still choose to do it? This is a great one because it tests whether your actions are genuinely voluntary or if you're secretly keeping a transactional scorecard in the back of your head.
And the third question, could I stop putting them first if I needed to without feeling like my entire life would fall apart? This ensures your priority stems from being a whole, confident person, rather than stemming from an unhealthy emotional dependence. If your answers to these 3 questions leave you feeling peaceful and free, you are right on track.
Ultimately, putting your partner first isn't some chore you have to check off, and it isn't just a relationship technique. It's a highly conscious language of love. It's looking at your crazy busy life and saying, among all the limited time and energy I have, you come first, and doing it simply because you want to.
We all long to be someone's priority, right? We all want those beautiful, quiet moments where someone just puts down their phone to truly listen to us, or walks through a crowded room making a beeline right towards us. But to have that, remember, the person who willingly places you first deserves a place at the center of your heart as well. If you hope to be someone's first choice, you have to be brave enough to make them yours.
So take a hard look at your own choices today. Are you holding back out of fear, or are you loving wholeheartedly? Because at the end of the day, only a relationship where both people bravely choose each other is truly worthy of your wholehearted love.